Hi everybody, it's Horror the Board here again. My name is Edgar, and we are finally, after my first video explaining about the hall, about Essen Spiel and stuff like that, BGG, Tabletop Together tool, we're on to the games. Um, this is my need and want list. I put them all actually together. I made a Tabletop Together tool list, clicked on if I wanted, needed, or liked. My like list I'm gonna do a little bit later. And need and want. Hey, I only have so much money, so uh, there's a few of them that I'm definitely gonna get, and a few of them that I not sure about. And um, I will tell you which one they are. The one that I need, I will tell them. I will tell you which one they are. I got my tabs open, and so without any further ado, let's go to my want list. Uh, so my first one is Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon I saw last year. They had a booth there at Essen. It's from Treeser. I don't know if it's just Treeser or Treeser Games. It's 1 to 4 players, 120 to 180 minutes. Um, ages 13 and up, and quite heavy. I'm not sure if it's heavier than Ark Nova. I'm not sure. But designer Mark Durr, Samuel Lutherbacher, artist Rosen Grosjean, Matthew Martin, Nina Pommelin, Witte Sels, uh, Johanna Tarkella. Give them some props. Um, and this game looks really awesome. So we have these. You're gonna make a zoo, but the thing is you can actually put male and female together, make a baby, and you get for example, a little panda. So not going to be a little giant panda, uh, and so on. And they have these stats here. I know that this is like the appeal that they have. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking in Art Nova terms. Maybe they have a different term. And you can even trade animals. So it's like, oh, maybe I need a female to. I think there's some trading in it with other players. Um, so it's a little bit more interactive than Ark Nova. It has all these meeples. Crazy. It has this big board, which is way too big, but kind of cool. Um, with your conservation, your money that you're getting every round, and you have your appeal, I think. So this is the box, looks quite colorful, of course based on the video game. Um, and this is how your zoo looks like. It's not like Ark Nova. It's kind of square, but it's like, it looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if you're also building like some other stuff, like a food stand or something like that, but I think it's mostly the zoo. Um, and this is where you can buy, or like different ages, I think. I see one, two, or maybe they have different costs. Oh, why am not? Why is this? Oh, it's too big. It's already big enough. But it's quite a table hog, so I'm not sure because I already have Ark Nova. I'm gonna get the expansion. Oh, this was at Essen last year. It looks. The art is so cool, so nice. Oh, this is so cool. And everything has like a box. It's amazing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy this one. The thing is, I really want the Kickstarter, but now I don't know. So yeah, that is. Let's click this away. That is Zoo Tycoon, the board game. The next one is the White Castle from De Veer. It's designed by Isa C. Shay S. And the artist is Joan Guardiet. Um, Published by De Veer mostly. And it's you will control clans um, and in order to score more victory points. You must amass influence on the court, manage resources boldly, You must place workers. I think uh, there's some dice on bridges. Uh, Research manager worker placement and dice placement, which is cool. You have both of them. During the game, over 3 rounds, players will send members to their clan to tend the gardens, defend the castle, and so on. There are some zones. Uh, yeah, it looks really cool. So this is the back of the game. Die Weiße Burg. So you go into these different spaces, and you have these bridges here with dice, and you have workers here on your board, which you maybe can you have a few, and then you can maybe unlock them. Um, See also Cosmos will publish it in Germany. It looks cool. I like dice, and look at these bridges. I think this just shot on top of the list because I had a game that I didn't know if it was gonna be sold there, but now it's just demo. So uh, yeah, this actually looks nice. But I'm having so much Japanese themed or Chinese themed games in my collection. It's getting ridiculous. Uh, but I like dice placement. I like that you have to make these decisions, and these tokens look. This is just, and it's quite colorful. It's not overly colorful, but it's mostly the meeples. But then those dice have these stark, it's like red, black, and white dice. Looks very nice. Production is awesome. So yeah, that's my second game in my want uh, list. Then we have Sunrise Lane. This was added later on. This is a very light game, if you like. You can see 2 to 4 players, 45 minutes, ages 8 and up. It's from Horrible Guild, which Horrible Guild lately has been putting these games out with like still have some strategy, but they feel very like they don't look heavy, they don't feel heavy, but still has some nice thinking on it. And this one got added because I saw a preview on another channel and a little bit of an explanation. I think it was a Dice Tower. It's from Reiner Knizia. So the artist is Francesco Di Benetitis. Sorry for the mispronunciation. So in Sunrise Lane, you're gonna make these plots of lands, and you're gonna build on top of them. When you build, you must build adjacent to a pre-existing structure or to the central space at the start of the game, and you must discard one or more cards of the same color. So you're getting these cards with dots. No, the same color as the dots. So if it has 3 dots, you have to 3 red dots. You have to discard 3 red cards, and yeah, and you can discard 1 to 5 cards. Uh, and then you place maximum is 5, and if you spend them, you gotta build like towers, houses on top of each other on the same space. Then you score the number of dots times the houses. So if you have a spot where you could put where 5 spots are on that space, and you discard 5, is 5 times 5. But maybe you want to diversify a little bit, I think. Um, you score points equal to the number of dots on the space multiplied by the number of houses you place. You can build multiple buildings on a turn as long as you build your next one adjacent to the last one you built. When a player has 2 or less houses, the game ends and you have points. And then you have some awards at the end. But it's not. It looks actually it looks kind of nice. It looks kind of like basic, but still nice with the buildings. Um, Not sure if this one should be on my like list or on my uh, uh, want list. It's a bit of in between. It's definitely a game I'm gonna look for. So you see those dots. I don't know if you have to do it in one go or if you can still add it later on a later turn. So Sunrise Lane. Uh, oh, it has these cards. It really, now that I see the cards, because I haven't seen the cards yet. It's called it's a little bit like Evergreen, which is a game that I love from them. Uh, all the cards look a little bit the same, but the colors are different, and the different colors have different buildings. It's just reminds me of that game, just the cards a bit. So that is Sunrise Lane. Then we go to Satori. It's one of the games that I pre-ordered, and when I go and pick it up, I pay it there. Some companies do that. And Satori is by Pero Loco Games. I don't know them. I don't know if they're new. Uh, it's from Paco Yanez, and the artist is Edu Valls. 1 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes, 40, ages 14 and up. A midweight game. And so, Satori is a Japanese Buddhism term for awakening and refers to a full and deep experience of enlightenment. In Satori, players compete to advance on the spiritual path. For this end, you build new temples for the votaries to pray, get the wisest monk, and contribute to build up the great pagoda to turn Kaisan in the heart of the Zen Buddhism. You choose one of the available devotees at the Torii and take him to a temple to resolve an action. You might get resources or resolve different actions on the temples. You can bring bunks to the mountains, which allow you to concatenate additional actions and advance on the spiritual path. I'm not sure because the thing is, this feels a little bit. I don't know if it's the same, but just the expression, it has the same like vibe and feeling as Bitoku that I have, and I would have so many Japanese themed games. Why doesn't maybe Castle will replace this? I'm not sure. I still have until Saturday to pick it up, so I can the first day go about and check this one out and check the other games that are on my list because I only have so much money. Um, so I'm actually curious about this one. This is how it looks. It's very cool with the mountains. The box is gorgeous, by the way. Um, and this is like a waves. It's a very cool board to be honest. And the thing is, it looks so pretty. I really want to know how it plays. If it plays so differently than my other games, then or it has a different feel, then I would really consider taking it. Oh, it has these bags. That's a good production. Oh, you can do these action, but if maybe do you put this if an action is taken? It looks so cool. It really looks nice. It looks nice. I like the wood printed stuff. I don't know. These look like cardboard. Hmm. Then my next game is Nekujima. So Nekujima is it. This looks so good, but I think another friend of mine is taking it, so I can actually just play it at his place or when he takes it. So Nekujima is the Island of Cats. It's 1 to 5 players, 15 to 30 minutes. It has such a low weight, but I think it's like the novelty of it. Not really novelty, but it looks really cool. Some dexterity from designer David Carmona and Karen Nagayan and artist Giles Varmus. Did I say the artist of Satori? I really need to give props to people. Yep, I did. I remember now. So, publisher is Unfriendly Games. Weird name for a company, to be honest, but okay. So basically, oh, it already won some prizes last year. Uh, Actually, the name when I first saw it, I was like, I heard the names from somewhere. So I think it's the first time maybe at Essen, so it qualifies. Um, In Japan, an electricity network is developed to supply for various lively districts of the island. Installation of electric poles becomes more complex due to the narrowness of the territory and its curious population of cats strolling on the cables. Wooden game of skill in the territory where you have to keep an entire installation in balance. Players must take turns placing or stacking denshu electrical poles, respecting the location without any hanging cables touching. But be careful not to be the one to bring down the structure. This game requires reflection, concentration, and skills. It looks so cool. You can do in competition or cooperation. The goal is to go as far as possible. And in competition, the player who knocks down the structure loses, and everybody else wins. And there are only a few pictures, but it's this one is less is more. Uh, Look, I like the front of the cover. It has a cat here hanging already. So, but look at this. It it looks so cool. This looks so cool. And maybe I should not sleep on it. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, there are more pictures than I thought it would be. I think the people playing the game speaks for itself. It should be actually most of the pictures, and it is. So that is Nekojima. The next one is I added this one very late to the list. It's Imperial Miners. It's just because it has a lot of people like, oh, I really want to play this and stuff like that. It's from Portal Games, from Tim Armstrong, and the artist is Anna Kuik. I'm saying it in Dutch, so maybe she is Dutch because Kuik is it can be a Dutch name. So it's a light engine building card game for 1 to 4 players. Oh, he made Arcana Rising. Not my favorite. I think no, I don't like that game that much. I think if I'm thinking about the same game, Orbis, which I've really found a neat game. Orbis. You activate mines using a clever card activation system. It's set in the Imperial Settlers universe, but the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, this is like Imperial Settlers. I never played Imperial Settlers, but if it says it's in the universe, it doesn't have to be in the same kind of vein of game. Um, you can create your own mines by playing cards in your tableau. You start from the surface and develop downwards. Each time a card is added to the mine, it activates itself and all the cards above it. Oh, rewarding a player with satisfying chain reactions and combos. Oh, just shut up a little bit. The cards belong to 6 different factions, blah blah. Player mixes different factions in their minds to achieve the best results. So you're mixing factions, you're like, hey, can you work for me? Can you work for me for different factions? Players also advance on progress boards. Uh, they're all like different cards and multiple boards. They turn some things to quick play. So gameplay is quick and lasts no longer than 45 minutes. Oh, this one just. Hmm. It looks really good. So here's some pictures. These are the mine cards. This is like tracks. Why are the tracks on upside down? So this is better. So you gain some stuff going up the tracks. I like the tokens. It's like little pickaxes. Oh wow! So you start up, and so you're making like this pyramid kind of thing down. So they have these things that you have to line up. Oh, you have to put a minecart to maybe put stuff up. That's very ingenious. Whew, this just shut up. I saw a few pictures, but making the list, I really had to go through a lot of games, and uh, you cannot read everything. But I think maybe I overread some stuff. These are the tokens. This looks. Wow, this is. It's also partly Simon. Hmm. I think this one shut up on my list. Actually, shut up because you know why? Ooh, I'm gonna show you. There's this game. I'm gonna go very quickly. Terrascape. I'm trying to go quickly, but people can pause, so just but please watch the whole video. Um, which is Terrascape, and that one just got put into the status of demo only, and I thought it would be for sale because it was not demo only when I last looked at it. So that's Imperial Miners. Um, Another one which I really like is Iki. I have Iki already. This is the expansion. It's called Iki Akabono. It's from Sorry We Are Friends from designer Kuda Yamada and David Sidbon. 2 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes, ages 14 and up. So you're an Iki. You're shopping um, in the Edo time period on the bridge. Oh, no, Edo was not the time period. I think was Edo not the name of a city? Sorry, I don't want to make uh, mistakes here and offend some people. Um, but you're going around and choosing if you're first on the player turn order, you can choose more widely how much you want to spend moving, and people put it onto their on the main board how much they want to move, and then they move. They can add sandals to move you. It's like a rondel, and now they add. So you have a rondel, and you're gonna go visit these shops. Before that, you can actually uh, buy some people. You buy a shop, and you put one of your little characters there. You have four of them, so you can have maximum four shops open at any time. You can use your own shop. Nothing happens. If you use your another person's shop or someone else use your shop, your person gets more experience and goes up, and you get some more benefits. And if it goes all the way to the top, you get that card. You're gonna make some. You're gonna do a. Every card has a different color, so you're gonna try to get all the colors. But there's gonna be some fires in between, so you're gonna do a whole year. Every turn is a month, and then you have your 13th month. And now they're adding this bridge or part of it, and you can go here with this overlay, and you can go make your boats. There's some extra fish here you can buy because you can buy fish. Yeah. And you can also get some buildings, which was already in the base game, but they will add some extra buildings to have this board, some extra people that you can hire. I think these are like specialists or something. There's a track here that will give you some extra stuff. That looks really cool. So there's some extra. These are like the buildings. So if you get this, the guy goes here, and don't have to feed him. It looks really cool. Oh, there's a lot of information here. Is it in English? New city boards, the river system. Ah, so you can recruit characters and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a game that I have, and I really want this expansion. My other one is Force Shuffle. Force Shuffle is from Lookout Games. 2 to 5 players for the 60 minutes, ages 10 and up, from designer Kosh and artist Tony Lobet. So in Forest players, you compete to get the most valuable trees. You attract species to the trees, so you create an ecosystem, which is actually pretty cool. That's how usually animals they go into more luscious forests and maybe smaller forests if they need uh, a bigger area. So that's kind of neat. To start, each player has 6 cards in hands, different type of trees. Uh, so divided in half, whether vertical horizontal, with one dweller on each card half, which we will see. Uh, you either draw 2 cards, whether face down from the deck or face up from the clearing, and add it to your hand, or play a card from your hand, or paying the cost, and put it into play. Uh, Each tree and dweller shows a cost, and to pay the cost, you must discard cards from your hand into the clearing face up. If you play a tree, flip the top card of the deck into the clearing, then place a tree in front of you. If you play a dweller, you pay only the cost on the dweller you choose. Then slide this card under the tree that has an empty side that matches the dweller. Oh, that's very cool. Let's just look at it. So, oh, These cards are double-sided, so you can put it on the right, on the left of the tree. Huh. Damn, this shut up this shut up on my list as well. The thing is, I went very quickly to two games, but this looks very neat. This one's in German, but holy. Oh, you can put it. Oh, and some have top and down. So this one goes on the bottom because it's a frog. That is neat. And this goes. That is neat. That is so neat. Yeah, this is. My list is gonna change. Some things are gonna go into the neat, and then it's gonna be harder. So this is EOS, Island of Angels. It's from this one was on Kickstarter. It's from Grey Fox Games. It says here King Raccoon, but I see Grey Fox is the one that I know. To the 5, 90 120 minutes, ages 12 and up. From Theo Brostel, Felix Meticat. Artist is Felix Medicat, Maxine Metzger, and Sandra Susser. Publisher King. Oh no, I already said the publisher. So it's an exciting engine builder board game from 2 to 5 player. Some worker placement mechanics. You hire a unique asymmetric crew, and you set sail to the island of Eos to free the ancients of old and leave their mark. So let me see. You have to explore the sea, vicious demons, attacks while attacking the ships and crews. You also have to fight the powerful demon lords, but you can have the aid of those angels if you free them, I think. You have to awaken them, gain blessings. It's fast paced, which allows a thrilling adventure. It looks good. I like the board. Kind of nice cover. Oh, that is not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. It looks neat. It looks really neat. This year is gonna be. The thing is, I thought, oh, I have a few games, and then I have like the half of my money that I can spend on some other stuff. But now, this one was already on my radar. But need and want, things are so close. But this looks so cool. Look at this. It's really strategic where you have to go, I think. Is this the rounds or something? Yeah, it looks really good. Then the next one is gonna be Empire's End. I already heard of this some time ago, and I like the premise of this. So it's 2 to 4 players, 45-60 minutes, ages 10 and up. From John D. Clare, and Kwanshai Morai is the artist, which is also a very famous name. From Brotherwise Games. Is there more? Nice Game Publishing. Brotherwise, I don't know all the publishers, but it's so this is you lead a grand civilization at the height of its influence, but can you save it from collapse? It's quite a nice theme. You have have the calamity at bay while your empires deteriorate, and then it proceeds to certain phases where it progresses the game. There's a disaster phase, phase famine, flood, or barbarians. The player who ends the bidding must take the disaster, so you have to bid. Maybe the lowest bid will get the disaster, which devastates one of their territories. It seems quite nice. No, it doesn't look that big. Seeing this hand here, this is just it's just cards. I really have like with these things, I have like a Seven Wonders vibe here. Yeah, this one. This one is. I'm very curious about this one. And then the next one is Emerge. Um, Pandasaurus is on fire lately. This is a game from Pandasaurus Games from Adam DeYoung. Tom Guyon is the artist. 2 to 4 players, 75 minutes, ages 14 and up. So, new islands have emerged from the ocean, and you're scientists, and you must research this new developing ecosystem. Uh, and you watch them grow by stacking them, and you see a little bit of a growth there on the islands because they're popping off from the sea. You're important by rolling your dice, collect research, and make discoveries. You, I see that you also put like trees and attract animal life there, crabs and seals. Um, you start with the same research board, but it will be different at the end for every player because you modify it. And then you score based on florist and biodiversity and objectives. And it has these. And they kind of. I looked at the rulebook a little bit, and things you cannot have more than 4 trees and stuff like that. And some trees will attract birds, I think, first. But this looks quite nice. I think, is this your board? Yeah, this is your board. This is the board, the main board. That's the main board. Let's make it a little bit bigger. This is the main board. Oh yeah, it's in a glass case. This is the main board which you fold out, and then you can go with the boat to these different spots, I think, to observe. It looks really nice. So crabs, place 3 plants and stuff like that. So you can attract some stuff with cards to your island. Oh, okay, some tokens as well. Looks really neat. Is this the first player token in Anchor? That's so cool. Yeah, and dice. Ah, so many games. So, the last one. No, there are 2 on my want list, and the rest gonna be neat. The next one is Arborea, or Arborea, from Alley Cat Games. It's now are in Hall 3. Watch my other video of the hall plans. Designer Danny Garcia, Javier Gonzalez Cava, and Nicholas Gendron are the artists. 1 to 5 players, 920 minutes, and ages 14 and up. This is it's a world where you are a patron spirit, guiding your villagers to heal and grow the landscape. So worker placement Euro game where time and planning ahead is key. In the game, you'll place workers on action tracks, pilgrimages. Like all these words, they sound very familiar. Like the vibe of it, like you hear pilgrimage is like, I have Bitoku. Second time that I talked about Bitoku, and the thing is, maybe, I don't know if they're good, but I also want like a diversity in my games. I don't know. Um, these tracks will then advance, moving workers. The farther action tracks move, the better the rewards gained when workers are activated. These rewards may help players to contribute to the shared resource track, making offers to the great wise sages. So, it's very colorful. I'm not gonna complain because Bitoku is also very colorful. But after a while, you see because it's so in your face a lot of things, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a river. After you see all the details after playing multiple times, I think maybe this one has the same thing. But I found it a little bit too colorful, and I know I have Bitoku, but it looks nice. I, phew, oh my god, I can't choose. And now that I'm going through this list with you guys, and I'm doing this at night, and I'm getting goosebumps, and I should go to sleep because I have to go to my internship. I think the other list I'm going to do tomorrow, uh, but I'm not. I'm recording this in no particular order, uh, and I don't have a script. I'm just. This is I'm just giddy. Oh, look at this. But it has so much of a look of Bitoku. I'm not sure. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it looks so pretty. Is it the same guy as Bitoku? Shall I just check? Shall I just check Bitoku? Maybe just click on. No, he has another game called Barcelona coming to Spiel. The last game on my want is Ancient Knowledge from Yellow. Ancient Knowledge is made by designer Remy Mathieu, artist Pierre Ples, Adrien Rivers, and Emilian Rotival. And 2 to 4, 75 minutes, ages 12 and up. So here, you're heirs to exceptional knowledge. Dat survives even mij, but now you have to preserve it, the vestige of your civilization. So, as a card game where you wreck monuments and build artifacts to pass your knowledge. That will make your constructions ephemeral, so make the right decisions and combine the many cards at your disposal, because all knowledge is doomed to disappear. So you have to, I think, write it down and stuff like that. You have to pass down knowledge before the decline of the monuments you have constructed, and monuments that you still find in the four corners. So it has some real monuments in it. Mexican pyramids, Sphinx of Giza, plus famous cities, Monaco and Babylon. And so it's this. I don't think it's a big box. It's very rectangular though. Oh, this is awesome quality. It's their expert line, because now they have their expert line. You have these tablets and you have to write things down. So I think you put cards on top, and then every round they go to the left. But there are effects that you can put cards further back into that sort of like timeline, so that you don't lose it. And you have to get these. I think you have to get these tablets off of them. They come with a certain amount of tablets. You have to get them off. If you get the last one off, I think you write everything down that you need to from your. I saw a Dice Tower video of I think of that one. And there are different errors. You see some people playing. Oh, that's a beautiful background. Wow. I would get distracted by the view. Huh. This looks good. Actually, this was the last of my need. I have now a few games that go from my need to my want. It was this one. It was Imperial Miners. It was Force Shuffle. Yeah, I think I already have 3. So let's go to my need list. This is a game that I played a version of it. Well, it's a different game, but it's so almost identical. But this one has a bit of a more twist. It's called Cabo from Bezier Games. This one's called Scram. It's Christmas versus Campers. From 3 to 6 players, 30 minutes, ages 15 and up. It's from Bezier Games. From Ted Alspach, Agus Mukith, and this is, you have to after hiking a local trail, you have returned to the campsite, completely ransacked by pesky critters. Team up to clear your campground of critters before your neighbors. Scram is a fun and fast-paced card game. You can play 1 versus 2, 2 versus 2, and 3 versus 3. Each animal has different card values and many special actions. You call a scrum when you think your team has diffuse animals in your campsite, but will you but will your team be able to toss out the troublesome trespassers? So it's very simple. You're gonna put some cards and you're gonna reveal two. You're gonna put 5 cards. You have a teammate in front of you, so it's basically you, uh, your team, another team, and then my partner, the partner of that team, and then that team. So every team goes in sequential order, and then the other members of the team. Um, and the thing is, you can do some. You can draw the top card of the discard. There's always going to be at the beginning one discarded a card with a value, and from the 5 cards you have 2 face up. The other ones you don't know what they are. For example, this mouse is a 5. This bear is a 10. You want to when the game ends or when someone calls scram, you want to have the least value in your cards because they're gonna all be flipped over with you and your teammate, and also the other teams. So, um, if you draw the card, you can add the card to your tableau and get rid of another card, even if it's a face down card. Then you flip it over, and for example, if it was a 13, then you made a good bet. But you don't want this card. You can also discard it into the discard pile to discard 1 card. So you can get rid of a card. But will you get rid of the 5 or maybe one of the, could be a 0, could be a 4 or a 3, which is lower. And Cowboy has the same mechanism, but you have 4 cards and you look at them secretly. This one you have 5 cards and 2 of the cards are face up. It's a little bit, there's also an app, and this one is also Teams, which Cowboy is not. So yeah, I really want this one, to be honest. My next one is an expansion to Evergreen. Actually, when I bought Evergreen and I played it a few times, I was like, it's still fun, even if you just play the base game. It was like they could make so much things with it. Maybe with animals that you put on the board, or other, like evolving the planet, because now you're only making bushes and trees. And this is from Horrible Guild, from Halzema Hag, and artist is Wenyi Gang. 1 to 4 players, 45 minutes, ages 8 and up. So in Evergreen, you are every round has a certain every round you're gonna pick certain amount of cards from a tableau, use the action, put depending on which zone, because you have a planet, every zone has different colors. You do one action on the zone, you have a bonus action, which you can do anywhere. The cards shows a color on your board. You can do one of the 4 or 5 actions, and the bonus action is specific what it does. You cannot choose, but you can do it anywhere. And there's a sun that's going around, so basically all the trees that you're gonna score at the end of every like season, I guess you're gonna score all the trees that are not in shadow. Small trees and big trees have different points, and you're also gonna score your biggest forest. And this one has pines and cacti. So the pines want to be in the shadow because they grow up immediately, because they want to go to the highest point to get some sun. The cacti can grow very quickly, but they need a lot of light to survive. So as soon as they're in the shadow, they die. That's what's in it. Can't wait. This is a game that I really like it. I really like it. Oh, a bit out. That was not supposed to happen. I thought I could make it just a bit bigger, but I can't. So that is Evergreen. Certainly going for that one. I have to go all the way to 6, I guess. So my next game was the one that I was looking in Hall 4 in my previous video. Is Evacuation by Delicious Games. This one I saw a how to play online. It's from Vladimir Suchi, and the artist is Michael Peichel. Peich. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. 1 to 4 players, 60 to 150 minutes, ages 12. Oh, by the way, Evergreen was 45 minutes, 1 to 4 players, but hey. You could already see that. Um, Evacuation is his newest game. He's done some collabs, like the last two games were collabs with other people, and now was back on uh, his own train, making this game. Um, you live on your planet is being burned away thanks to increasing intense sunlight, and you have to evacuate to a different planet. So you have this. It's a very hard game. So you have this track, so you're gonna evacuate stuff from here to here, but you don't want to evacuate everything at once because you're gonna make production on one planet and the other. Um, and some things you can only use on the new planet if you make production there because you put the resources here, and the other resources of your old planet you're gonna put them here. And these are the actions you can do. There's a mode where you only use the back of the card. There's also a mode where you use the other side of the card to do different actions. And the actions also have numbers, so they're gonna be a bit more powerful. The total number of these will make you go on this track, and this track will determine if you pass these spaces where you can settle. First, you can only settle, I think, in the tundras or the ice or something, and then you can do here, and then the water. It's way more complicated than that, but that's the gist of it. And you have these spaceships you can buy uh, to put stuff on it, and also do actions on the top. You have these buildings. I think these are buildings, and these are stadiums, and there are different conditions where the game can end, and different modes. It looks very cool. The box looks. Oh, sorry, I didn't even. Whoa, that is too much. That's the box, and that's the game. So I think I want to get that one. Get a, a little bit of a harder game. My other one is Bitoku expansion. So Bitoku is a game that I really like. I haven't played it in a while, but I like it a lot. And this is a Bitoku expansion. Um, it's from De Veer, from German P. Milan, and Edu Valls is the artist. 1 to 5 players. Time not provided, but I don't think it will. It's just some extra stuff in the game. I don't think it will add a lot to Bitoku. 12 and up. That's the community, no votes. Blah blah blah. And so you're gonna get some extra stuff. You're gonna get extra uh, Irakura rocks. You're gonna get extra of these lakes. Like 4 or 5, and you can mix and match them. I don't know if you can mix and match them. I think you just use the same colors just to put stuff on there. There's gonna be some new cards and some. Oh, let's put this on. Yeah, you're gonna have some new cards with double, which is good for the Iwakura rocks. I think you didn't get a lot of points from that, but now maybe it's more valuable. And you have some player powers. I don't know if you're gonna get these randomly or something like that. And yeah, I really like the cover as well. Oh. So that is Bitoku. My next one, I don't know if it's gonna be there. It's the Ark Nova Marine Walls expansion. Uh, Only the German one is there because Forlandspeed is there. Capstone Games is not going to be there. Doesn't mean that Forlandspeed will not have the English version, but it's not listed. And I will try to get it. I have a friend that I asked, like, if you have time, she has a YouTube channel, and if you're there, could you maybe get the expansion in English if they have it? Because he's there a little bit earlier before the doors open. And this game, yeah, there needs no introduction, I think. 1 to 4 players, 950 minutes, 14 ages 14 and up, from Matthias Wigge, and from Forlandspeed, or actually Capstone Game for the English version. You're gonna have complete new cars that are marine life. They have different. There's a new. Wait, there's a new. Uh, this one is not the final because the other one has blue. They count as water. It also has a blue symbol. So this is an older picture. You have new cards. You have new action cards which you draft. So from playing animals. Yeah, this is animals. There are gonna be 4 different ones. You're gonna draft the cards, all the 5 cards, and basically choose. You're gonna choose. You're gonna get some cards, and then you have to choose 2, I think. Um, there's some new goals you can go for. There's gonna be some cards that replaces some cards in the game to make more balance. Uh, you can there's this wave symbol. So as soon as this one comes up, the first card gets, because you're gonna have some more cards in the deck, and it's to go through the deck a little bit faster, so you can see a little bit more. And there's this coral thing. So if you put this one out, you will do what's here. I don't know what this symbol means. It's a new symbol, but you do this action. If you do put another coral out, you activate this one and all the other corals that you already have, which is cool. Um, Let me just check if there's some new pictures. Yep, there are. But oh, this is the back. So you're gonna also have a new board. This is gonna new university tile. As soon as you take it, it goes off the board, and you can choose one of these 6 ones with an animal token, and you go to the deck until you find an animal card that you need. More of these for the main board with some action that you can use at any time. They have to flip them, and some new meeples to replace your cubes or stuff like that. So that's Ark Nova. I don't know if it's gonna be there in English. I already pre-ordered it from a game store. But if I get it there, I can still cancel my pre-order. My last 2 games, and this one I have pre-ordered, is Amritsar, the Golden Temple, from Ludonova and from David Haraspino. 1 to 4 players, 620 minutes, and 14 ages 14 up. Amritsar in India is home to the Golden Temple of Sri Harmandir Sahib. It's a sacred place for the Sikh. I hope I'm not butchering this. Community and one of the most famous pilgrimage destinations on earth. After being demolished several times, Raja Singh rebuilt it using marble, copper, and 75 kilos of pure gold, hence its name. You will represent different personalities of the time who helped the Maharaja construct the Golden Temple. Clever mechanic based on the sewing system of the classic Mancala game. Players will use the different workers and their very own elephant to carry out the necessary tasks. In return, you will be able to perform 1 to 3 actions depending on how well you have coordinated the workers and your elephant. Collecting resources, advancing on different paths, knowledge, improving your personal board, turning to your Mahout elephant rider for help, and above all, making donations to the temple. Play with the most proceeds to declare the winner of the game. It looks really cool. I saw the rulebook. The rulebook is not very good. You cannot really read the rulebook that well. It's blue background with black letters, I think. But if that's the only thing, then I'm gonna be happy. It looks really nice with these tracks and stuff like that. Nice elephant. Oh, I always forget to put it bigger. It looks really nice. And the thing is, I pre-ordered it with the metal coins, which was only €5 more. I think you can still do that, hopefully. And my number 1 is Among Cultists, and with the 2 expansions. This game is still the hotness of this on Board Game Geek. It has the most thumbs. It is a social deduction game, a social deduction thriller from Godot Games. Stefan Godot is the designer. The artists are José David Lanza Cebrian, Stefan Gibson, Gerard Owen, Andreas Schroth, Karsten Schulman. And this is it's 48 players, 45 minutes, age 12 and up. Did I already say it? It's getting late, so it should go to bed. But this is the last one. Um, it was actually a Kickstarter. This is the first game I'm gonna get when I'm there. Um, it's become a member of M, a secret society. 48 investigators try to prevent the arrival of big evil in the university. But watch out, evil costs are already among us. It's inspired by uh, Among Us, the video game, and they made it in a way that you have some cards, some people already goes, and I'm very curious how this one. There's a video how it plays. I didn't see it completely, but it looks so good. Art, the art is awesome. Oh, there's an Essen Spiel free promo character. I'm so curious about this. I have a few social deduction games. I have Secret Hitler. I have some other ones. Like, but this one I think will be quite different. Seeing people playing is, I think, the best way to. Well, and the board is actually the house and stuff like that. The expansions, by the way. The one that, yeah, it said Terrascape. It's only a demo. That was also a good one, but I cannot talk about that one. I can, but I'm not going to. There's the Among Us that's down into the Abyss, which is gonna be there, and the Monsters of Chaos, which just adds some stuff. So the Down into the Abyss will add Forgotten Laboratory and 5 islands and tentacles. It uses boats and tentacles and new hidden roles to evolve your gameplay. And then the other one is new interactive map, revolving doors and elevators. Silent elements are added plus new secret roles. And yeah, that's gonna be the game that I really want to get. That was a lot. I think I've been. How long I've? Yeah, I think it's a good time to wrap this up. The next video is gonna be the ones that I like. Maybe it will change. Things always going to change if I'm there and this looks amazing, or I demoed it, or I get an explanation, and I go like, oh, that's so cool. Then maybe we'll get a few of those games as well, and maybe some of these games will fall out. But I'm on course I'm gonna get for sure. So this was my video. Thanks you guys for hanging in there with me, and see you on the next one.